yesterday, today, and the hundreds of thousands of sunsets that will fall long after we're done.
The only thing that pirates love more than robbing, drinking, and fighting would have been spending time with some pleasurable company when their ships made port. And they certainly had the money to do so. With nicknames like No Conscience Nan, Quaint Jenny, and Salt Beef Peg, these women developed quite a reputation amongst the pirates. Ned Ward said the following about the prostitutes of Port Royal in A Trip to Jamaica, published in 1698.
A little reputation among these women goes a long way, and if their actions be answerable to their looks, they may vie in wickedness with the devil, an impudent air being only the charms of their countenance, and a walled carriage the studied grace of their deportment. They are such who have been scandalous in England to the utmost degree, and have now been transported by the state due to their vicious inclinations to a place where they may be wicked without shame, and whore on without punishment.
Prostitution in these ports was legal, or at the very least, unenforced. And in a time where women were not allowed to work in most jobs, this allowed them to pay their bills or send money back home. In other cases, the women had been convicted of a crime and were sent away, so without any family or friends, they needed to work. Other times, servant girls ran off to become prostitutes simply because they felt it offered a better life than their current situation. From their perspective, a prostitute worked shorter hours, could go drinking and dancing, and generally appeared to have much more freedom than the average woman of the day. It seems most of the women preferred pirates or sailors as clients. The fact that these men had been at sea far from any female companionship made them desire so much more than just sex. These sailors wanted to spend time with the women, take them dancing and buy them drinks and gifts. Henry Mayhew interviewed a German prostitute in his book, The London Underworld in the Victorian Period. And even though this was years after the golden age of piracy had ended, certain things didn't change. It's likely this was a common arrangement for sailors and pirates when they arrived in port. This woman said the following.
So I am here tonight in this house of dancing. He is a sailor English, and I have known him around the 2 weeks. His ship is in the dock. He will not sail for 1 month from this time that I'm not speaking. I knew him before, 1 year ago and a half, but he always go with me when he come on shore. He is a nice man, and he give me all his money when he went. Always I take his money when he beat me, and they not to spend it so quick as some English women do. But if I not take care, he would spend it all in 1 week. The sailor boy always spend the money like rainwater. He throw it to the street and then not care to pick it up again. He'll leave it for some crossing sweeper or errand boy who passed that way. I give him little when he ran, of course, but he know me well and have a great deal of confidence in me. Because I honest and he feel he can trust me. He suppose he have 24 pounds when he leave the ship and he stay 6 weeks on land. He will spend with me 15 or 20 and he will give me what left when he leave me. And we amuse ourselves and they keep both ourselves really in rest. But it's very bad for sailor to keep his money himself because he will fall to bad hands. He will go to ready-made outfitter or a slop seller and they will sell him Paul's dreadful beer and they ruin him. I know very many sailors, and they are my husbands. Well, of course, not the real husbands, but they think of me to be there right when they are on shore.
When back in London, it was big news when these pirates took over Nassau. So it's no surprise that some of these prostitutes working around Collier's Hook, and by the way, that's most likely where the name hooker originated. They would have traveled to the New World looking for better pay as well as adventure.
Okay, Joe. So you say hooker, I say hoe. But, it's important to note that these girls, these women, instead of shop in Nassau, they were building homes, had of old sails and driftwood, even pieces salvaged from shipwrecks. And it wasn't out of the realm of possibilities, for a pirate to marry one of these girls. And especially since she would have already known about his secret past.
Hey, look, you might be right, and I don't want to fight, but just tell me, was Stormy tight? I mean, you're talking about a past that had a death penalty crime attached to it.